Magnus Nilsson, and I run Faviken magazine and restaurant in the north of Sweden, in Åre. The restaurant is situated on a big privately owned estate in the north of Sweden. It's 12 covers per night. It's open Thursday, Friday and Saturday, and almost all the things that we serve are produced at the estate or in a very limited surrounding area. So it's only from the estate, the closest region, which is Lapland, or the region on the Norwegian side of the border, which is Trøndelag. What's interesting, I think, about the restaurant myself is that we put a lot of limitations on how we work with things, and that's not just to, because of it, it's to promote creativity. So we only work with the produce from our surroundings, and we have to use it when it's fresh because we cannot buy anything, and the things we need to serve, the things we serve in the winter time is things that we harvested ourselves in the late summer or autumn. So everything comes down to finding out new and old techniques for preserving and prolonging the life of our produce. So you can say that if our year is divided in 3 pieces, it's summer, which is summer and late autumn, early autumn. It's like almost any other restaurant, it's fresh vegetables, a lot of mushrooms and wild herbs and stuff. But then there is late autumn and winter, when there is nothing growing in Jämtland, and we use only things we collected and preserved and been storing since between the 3rd weekend of August and 1st weekend of October. So you have to harvest everything and then store it and keep it until the end of April. And in the end of April, the 3rd season starts, which is the spring season. And for us, that means it's only wild vegetables and wild herbs for about 2 months, which is May and June then, before the vegetable patches and stuff starts producing something again. We really respect our produce. That's very important for us. For example, all the fish is caught by hook and line, all the scallops are picked by divers. We don't get more than we actually can use from wild herbs and things from the forest. Neither that's very important, in the philosophy. You have to respect the environment and the nature around you. I used to work for Pascal Barbeau at Lapland for a few years, and when I moved back to Sweden, I stopped cooking simply because I lost passion for a while. I didn't feel any happiness while cooking, and that was because everything I did looked like and felt like it was Pascal's food. It was the food of Lapland, but with Swedish produce, and I didn't like that, so I decided to stop cooking, and the plan was to stop cooking forever. And start working with wine instead. So I went to sommelier school and started working with wine. And now I'm back to food. I was actually employed at the restaurant where I work now. I was employed as a sommelier from the beginning. And I was supposed to work for only a few months to help them, sort out the wine cellar and make a strategy for purchasing wine and storing wine. Yet we have help from a guy who lives in the village next to ours. And he makes mead, from honey and water and hops, and he also makes a rhubarb wine, which we use almost every service. It's very well done, and it's very strong in the perfume of rhubarb, so it's excellent actually. I use very little flavoring. I don't season the food very much. I will show you some photos later, but it's mainly the extremely high quality of the produce which is important, and then there's very little fat, very little salt. It's just perfect products, perfect cooking, simple presentation. That's about it. On the cooking side, it was very nice to collaborate with a couple of other chefs with a lot of ideas and see what the chefs from very far away, from Brazil and from Tokyo, for example, created with produce that I use every day, but which are completely new for them. That is very interesting.